Hi, can you please introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Leslie Miller. I've lived in Bloomington, Indiana for 30 years.
Okay. So, what do you remember from when you first moved to Bloomington?
Well, I moved here from Tennessee in 1989 and moved in the spring, so there wasn't much difference than the weather in Tennessee, but that winter it was terribly cold. It was below zero, and I had to learn how to drive in the snow and the ice, which was something new for me. And moved from a very, very small town, very rural, to living in town to where everything was easily accessible. Um, I think that's about it.
All right. What did Bloomington used to look like, and how has it changed?
um, well, it's changed probably because there's a lot more housing. There's a lot more just residential housing. There's a lot more student housing. There's bicycle lanes now, which we didn't have before. We have walking trails, which they took the railroads out. Um, so we don't really have railroads, except for I think over on West Third coming through anymore. So a lot of those became walking trails. Um, there's roundabouts, which we didn't have those before. Um, I think that's all I can really think of right now.
All right.
Oh, well, there's a lot less local businesses. That's for sure. Um, I guess that's about it.
What activities did you used to do in Bloomington, and how have these activities changed?
I used to be very avid with scrapbooking, crafts type things, which we still have some those type stores, but all the independent like scrapbook stores have closed, and bookstores have closed. The big bookstores. Um,
There's bigger.
Quilting. I took quilting class like at Ben Franklin. So things that were just kind of really important hobbies to me. I don't really have anywhere to go with my friends to do those anymore.
All right. And so what have you noticed about like animals and how they've changed over the past 20 years in Bloomington, and like plants and trees, and how's that changed over time?
So as far as animals, we've always had, of course, a huge deer population, which that was again was something new for me because we didn't have a lot of deer where I lived. You just didn't see them very often. And now that's just it's not uncommon to see one coming across Walnut Street. Um, and when I work at Meadowwood, and sometimes there's 14, 15 deer actually standing in the field there, which is just odd to me. That it just seems like just keep more and more. We have a lot of animals that seem to live around our neighborhood now that I didn't used to see. There's been skunks and possums and um, um, raccoons. A lot of those you see. As far as the trees, of course, there's been a lot of trees go down because of construction with roads. Um, and I guess that's about it.
All right. And then how's like weather changed over time? Is it like
Mm. Well, it seems like the winters aren't as cold. I mean, we do have cold weather, but it doesn't last as long as it used to. And it seems like we have so much variation in temperature too. Like for example, this like week you go from 50 degrees to 70 degrees to back down to 50. And it seems like there's been a lot more rain too. So
yeah. All right. Thank you.
you're welcome.